Guys, what an absolute treat it is to be here. It's absolutely stunning. What the heck is that? Is that a ghost ship?
We are back again hiking all over the show. No.
Not again.
No!
Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we are on our way to explore the breathtaking Cape Point in Cape Town, South Africa.
We've actually been there once or twice quite a few years ago, and we can't wait to share it with you all. We made a quick pit stop in Simonstown on our way to Cape Point, and it's actually a really charming coastal town with lots of history.
And Simonstown is home to the South African Navy, and you can see the vessels in the harbour behind us.
Fun fact, it's the Navy base here is actually one of the oldest in the world.
Really?
Yeah, it was.
Okay. That's very interesting.
It was established in the 18th century by the Royal British Navy.
Gee whiz, I
Yeah.
didn't realise it was that old.
Me neither. It was established to protect the crucial routes going along the Cape of Good Hope. So it was part of the spice route and the trade routes that
And
went
all that.
along the
Yeah,
coast.
it's a beautiful harbour, so we will have to come back here to explore Simonstown even more.
Definitely.
It's such a rich culture, and so many things to see. So we will definitely have to come back and spend a whole day to see all the sights and the sounds and all that.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, definitely.
So guys, stay tuned.
Stay tuned. That was a great little detour. Simonstown definitely has its own unique charm.
Yeah, definitely, and we'll most certainly be back. But for now, we got our water. Stay hydrated, folks. And now we are back on the road towards Cape Point.
Yeah. Guys, Point Nature Reserve.
Yes, and what a view, absolutely stunning. The drive here was also out of this world.
Oh, so we couldn't have asked for a better day to do this.
Yeah, a very, very, very nice drive. There's a lot of people here as well. And by the way, as a quick tip,
We're here with the tips.
Once a year, the sand parks or the South African national parks have a promotion where you can gain free entry for 7 days. 7 days only once a year. And it's the perfect time to come and visit these parks because it's springtime.
Yeah, all the flowers are out.
Yeah, everywhere you drive, it's just flowers. But yes, once a year, free entry. But just check the website because some of the parks, like Table Mountain, I think Boulders Beach where the penguins are, and there's one or two other parks as well, that doesn't fall under this promotion. So just be sure, just go and check out the website. We'll put the link of the website down below, so you can always just go and have a look and see. But yes, absolutely perfect timing for us. We didn't pay a cent to come all the way down to Cape Point.
Totally free.
Totally free. Yeah, so very, very awesome.
We're on our way to the lighthouse.
The lighthouse.
The lighthouse.
There's a nice little pathway that you can either take from down there, and it continues all the way up here in the background.
If you don't feel like hiking, there is another option for you.
Yeah, so there's either this steep little walkway you can take up to the lighthouse, or you can take the Flying Dutchman funicular. Our last video we said we used the cable car like clever people, and yet again we choose not to use a car to go up. We choose the more difficult route, the 45-degree walk paths. You're feeling it.
You're feeling it.
Made it up this path.
Yeah, we don't have any legs left, but we made it.
Yes, we made it. This is quite a marvel of engineering from the 19th century.
19th century, yeah, it was built in 1859.
1859. And it's been guiding ships around that since 1859.
Yeah. And interestingly enough, it's still operational today.
Yeah.
Because it's an automated system.
I would think so, because imagine walking up this lighthouse or these paths every day to come turn on the lights, and then in the morning when the sun comes up to switch it back off again. Automation.
Yeah, automation for the win, otherwise you'd have legs of steel.
And yeah, but imagine the stories that this lighthouse could tell. I mean, this has been years and years and years, and it's operational for every single year. So yeah, it's crazy to think.
But first,
snack break. After our quick snack at the lighthouse, we made our way down a footpath, and it's quite an easy going footpath. It's nice, well, decent. This is probably one of the more decent footpaths that we've seen in quite a while. And yeah, so now we are on the way to
Diaz Beach.
to Diaz Beach.
Yes.
And just to show you guys, the camera might not pick it up, but this is quite a drop. Bye legs. We found the most scenic lunch spot ever.
Wow, stunning.
Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful.
Oh.
So worth it. Cheers on lunch.
Cheers.
I've managed to find some stone here. It's the weirdest thing. It looks like this should be sand, right? But listen. It's completely hard. It's so weird. And there's water dripping from it as well. So I'm thinking that this is probably some sort of, I don't know, petrified sand or something. And it's quite a big piece. Looks like sand. Who would have thought? Very strange. And over here as well, you can see all of this completely, it's just stone. And then as you move along, it just becomes sand. Very weird. First time I see sand in that structure, in this way anyway. Well, that's nature for you, I guess. I have to find Nikki. Guys, we made it down to Dias Beach, and what a stunning place this is. We are surrounded by these majestic cliffs on the one side and the ocean on the other with these breaking waves. It is stunning, stunning, it's absolutely stunning.
Bit of a mission getting here, but it's so worth it. It's gorgeous. Did you know that the beach, because it's named Dias Beach, it's named after the Portuguese explorer Bartolomeu Dias that was the first European to round the Cape of Good Hope back in 1488.
1488.
That's old.
Yeah, I'm assuming he came past here with a boat and he didn't swim past
No.
1488. Wow, that's very, very long ago. My word.
Lots of history. It's not really your typical, suntanning, swimming beach, because there's really strong rip tides here that you can't really swim here. But nonetheless, I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous.
It is, yeah. The sand or the beach goes down, slopes down extremely with a very, very steep angle, and then you hit the water. So, I mean, even if you try and swim, it becomes deep very, very quickly, and these waves crash on these rocks like there's no tomorrow. So yeah, I wouldn't want to swim here, but it's pretty, very pretty nonetheless.
Gorgeous.
And with that, we are off to the Cape of Good Hope.
Yeah, so join us.
It took us about 5 minutes or so from the lighthouse to get here by car. There's a few trails and that you can walk to get here, but we took it by car. And the bonus is we drove past a few ostriches.
Yeah, ostriches here. It's weird.
It's just so random. And also a couple of eland. Not too sure why they would be here.
Yeah, it's weird because normally they like more like dry areas, like desert type areas. So no idea why they're here.
It's very interesting. They probably like the view, like like all of us. Around the Cape of Good Hope, there's a whole bunch of shipwrecks. In fact, 26 recorded shipwrecks in total. 26. So yes, that sort of, if you want to come around the Cape Point area, make sure that you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And I think it's probably because of all the wind and the storms and that blows the ships around.
Yeah, the weather can be very unpredictable. So all of a sudden it can look like this beautiful clear weather, and then all of a sudden it can turn just like this.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Insane.
lots of shipwrecks.
Insane. So did you know that the Cape of Good Hope is where the Indian Ocean and the Atlantic Oceans meet?
Or is it?
Well, that's what the brochures, all the tourism brochures and all of that says. But officially it is really at Cape Agulhas where the two oceans meet. And it just so happens Cape Agulhas is the most southern point of the African continent as well. But in reality, where the Atlantic and the Indian Oceans meet, that area where they do meet floats sort of between Cape Agulhas and the Cape of Good Hope. And it's a full-on, it's a seasonal thing. So at a certain point of the year, it might be closer to the Cape Agulhas, and at a different time of year, it might be closer to the Cape of Good Hope.
So the reason it is called the Cape of Good Hope is because it gave sailors that were passing along this route renewed hope when they spotted it. But it's also known, strangely enough, it's also known as the Cape of Storms because the weather is so unpredictable here, and it's actually a lot of shipwrecks as well. As Jay said, it's about 26 shipwrecks on this point alone. Okay, so now here's a legendary tale. The legend of the Flying Dutchman. It's a ghost ship said to haunt these waters, and it's rumored that you can see the ship when it gets stormy on the seas.
Only when it gets stormy. I'm pretty sure we saw something earlier on.
Well, there's some mixed origin stories regarding this tale. I've heard one that says apparently it was a pirate ship that committed terrific crimes, and they were sort of cursed to sail the ship until their penance was done. Another origin story I heard is from a 17th century Dutch sea captain who was renowned for his extremely speedy trips that he took from the Netherlands all the way up to Java. And he was so speedy that a lot of people rumored that he was in league with the devil.
Wait, isn't that the same devil that Jan van Hinks smoked his pipe?
Jeez, yeah, there's a lot of devil stories around this
Around
part.
Cape Town. Gee, my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay.
The most commonly accepted story is from a captain by the name of Hendrik van der Decken. Yeah, you also know the story.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the more commonly accepted story. That sailed a ship from Amsterdam all the way to Table Bay, and he couldn't get around Cape Point because the wind was extremely strong, and he just couldn't. He was fighting the wind all the way, and eventually he was fighting against the wind, and he eventually cursed the wind, and he said, but he will try to get around this point until Judgment Day, and that's where that story comes from.
Sure.
So,
Yeah, so he's going to be around quite a long time.
quite a long time. Good luck.
Yeah, very interesting. There's a lot of these type of stories and things going around, and it makes life very interesting, I have to admit.
Focus on the ladybug.
Alright guys, so we stopped off at a place called Olifantbos. So if you translate that directly to English, that's elephant's bush.
Must be a big bush.
Must be a big bush. Yeah, so Olifantbos is about 10 minutes drive or so from the Cape of Good Hope. We quickly made a pit stop here to try and see if we can see the sunset, but unfortunately the park closes at 6 p.m. and that's about 30 minutes away, so we're not going to really have a nice sunset, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So that brings us to the end of our adventure for the day.
So thank you so much for joining us, guys, on this epic adventure. Oh, good point, you stole our hearts.
Definitely, definitely. And remember guys, life's too short to be boring.
So go out and have an adventure.